Yo, what's up, YouTube? It's Dufaz right here back with another video. So if you've been following my channel for a while, you will know that I do a lot of fighting game concept rosters, which I still have a bunch planned, don't get me wrong. But yeah, that's probably one of the main things I do on this channel. And I thought for today's concept roster, instead of using like established IPs, we go over to AI, aka artificial intelligence, which I bring this up for a reason. Mainly because if you have not read the title, we're going to be making a fighting game roster out of AI generated characters. Now, I will admit, I did not come up with this idea on my own. I actually got this from some guy on Reddit. And I'm not trying to be funny when I say some guy because I literally forgot his name. So yeah, but make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe as it's absolutely free. And you can always send your amount later. Now let's get into the video. Roll the intro. Alright, so before I get into this roster, I'd like to say this roster is gonna have base roster alone, 19 characters. Which I feel like is like a pretty solid number of characters, especially for like a base roster. And also another thing I want to say before I show you all the characters that I generated. I originally had like multiple AI videos planned, but I scrapped them all, which really doesn't have any importance and it's pretty much irrelevant. I just wanted to throw it out there. But without further ado, let me show you guys the roster and all the generated characters. Alright, so here's the first character, which I'm assuming this is gonna be like the main character of the game. I mean, literally all I typed was create a fighting game character for a fighting game, and then he popped up. And I'm gonna be honest, I like the design of this character. You know, his suit looks pretty cool, and this reminds me of freaking Halo. Yeah, it reminds me of a Halo suit, just without the helmet. And it looks like he has like electric powers, which is pretty cool. And overall, yeah, I don't have much to say about this. Moving on to the next character. So here's the next character on the roster, which I don't have much to say about this character, other than she looks like a hybrid between Arya Stark from Game of Thrones and Zendaya. But other than that, her design looks pretty cool. You know, the suit, once again, looks pretty cool. The tattoos look pretty cool. Yeah, moved on to the next character. Alright, so for this next character, I immediately thought that she's gonna be a lesbian. Like, based off the haircut and the way she dressed, like, I'm not even trying to be funny. You can't tell me she don't look like a lesbian. Or at least like a tomboy or something like that, I don't know. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say here. Moving on to the next character. Alright, so here's the next character, who low-key looks like the first guy. Just like, he wears a helmet instead of like showing his face. It looks like he has a sword. And it looks like he doesn't have electric powers. But like the other two characters, his suit is pretty cool. Alright, so before I move on to the next character, I'd like to say, tell me why this dude reminds me of like Zane from Ninjago. Like, this was my first thought. I immediately thought he was like Zane from Ninjago. I don't know if it's just like he's wearing blue, the mask reminds me of him, or like he looks like he uses ice powers, but I don't know. He just immediately reminded me of Zane. Alright, so for the next character, it looks like a lion character with armor on, and it looks like he uses a sword. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna just say the sword he's holding is Excalibur. And I don't know why, but the first name that came to mind for this character was Leo. I don't know why every time like people try to depict like a wild animal as like a regular dude who can talk, they always giving these wild animals like these regular names, like Leo, Alex, John. Like, bro. Hey, all I'm saying is give them like an intimidating name, like, I don't know, Scar or something like that. Spawn the Lion. That sounds pretty cool. But yeah, that's really all I gotta say for this section. Moving on to the next character. LOL. Same thing here. Now this character is pretty cool because not only does she have like a metal arm, but it looks like she's holding a chainsaw too. And for some reason, it looks like the chainsaw is strapped up to her V, which is pretty much all I gotta say. So moving on to the next character. Alright, so for the next character, which is probably my favorite one so far, we got this teddy bear who looks like a boxer. And I ain't gonna lie, the freaking generator made bro jacked. Like, I'm talking about jacked, bro. This is most definitely finna be my main. Like, imagine getting beat up by a buff teddy bear. I don't know why, that's just one of the funniest things ever, bro. Alright, so for the next character, you already know, every fighting game has to at least have one grappler. And for this game, it looks like some sort of sumo wrestler. Now, obviously, they're gonna need to shrink him down. Whoever's gonna watch this video and make a game like this, they're definitely gonna need to shrink him down because he's way too big for like a traditional fighting game. Plus, we don't want another Iron Giant situation. Alright, so for this next character, which off the bat, he looks like the main villain of the game. Like, look at him, bro. but he looks like a whole Dark Souls Elden Ring type villain. Alright, so for this next character, I kind of wanted like a zoner / magic user in this game, since like every fighting game has that too. And apparently they turned her into like a Genshin Impact looking character. Alright, so with this next character, which is another anime chick, let's go. But she's pretty much the opposite of the other chick, but instead of using like regular magic, she uses like dark magic. Alright, so for this next character, you already know I had to get at least one black character in here. I mean, come on, bro. I'm black myself, like come on, bro. But this AI is low-key stereotyping. Cause why they got bro in all black? Like, come on, bro. They know what they were doing. Alright, so for this next character, which low-key looks like he's xenomorph, but it has a little own twist to it, you know what I mean? And yeah, it looks pretty cool. Alright, so funny story for this next character. I pretty much generated this dude last year, and he was supposed to be like Spider-Man. Like, I literally typed in Spider-Man for the prompts. And then apparently, this was the result. A frog dude with 2 lightsabers. And this is probably the coolest design. Like, I'm not even exaggerating. This is probably the coolest design out of any character in the video so far. Alright, so this next character is pretty much just Peter Rabbit if he was taller. I mean, who can't go wrong with Latino heat? Like, Latino is on top. Alright, so for the final character on this roster, who low-key reminds me of General Grievous, but yeah, here we go. And the reason why I'm flying through these is mainly because, for one, this video is low-key getting kind of long, and my phone doesn't like long videos. No dating. I don't know how many times I'm going to keep doing this, but no dating. Alright, so with that, here is the final base roster for the AI fighting game. And I'm not gonna lie, like, bro, come on. I might have to main the teddy bear and the frog character, bro. Like, that's just me. Yeah, let me know who you guys were main in this hypothetical fighting game. And also make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. And y'all see you guys next time. Peace.